The reconstitution of the governing board of the National Broadcasting Commission has been approved by President Muhammadu Buhari. This was contained in a statement issued in Abuja on Wednesday by Minister of Information and Culture, Alhaji Lai Mohammed, following the expiration of the tenure of the former board. The board has Bashir Omolaja Bolarinwa as chairman, while members will be appointed to represent various interests as stipulated by the NBC Act include Mr. Wada Asab Ibrahim, Mr. Hiyan Ichuku Azubike, Mrs. Adeshola Oyinloye Undu, and Mr. Olani Olatunji Badmus. Others on the board are Mr. Bashir Ibrahim, Mr. Obiora Ilo, Mr. Ahmed Shago, Engineer Bayo Erikitola, a representative of the State Security Service, a representative of the Federal Ministry of Information and Culture, as well as the Director General of the Commission. The board has a 3-year tenure. A former treasurer with the Anambra State Ministry of Finance, Innocent Eze-Onwuka, has been sentenced to 11 years imprisonment by Justice Arinze Akabua of Anambra State High Court, Akwa, the capital of Anambra State, for defrauding pensioners of 66.5 million naira. Onwuka, an ex-sub-treasurer with the ministry, was accused by the Independent Corrupt Practices and Other Related Offences Commission of diverting monies meant for the payment of gratuities to retired civil servants under Aguta Sub-Treasury, Anambra State. ICPC in a 3-count charge averred that the convict abused his office by conferring corrupt advantage on himself when he embezzled over 66 million naira meant for paying gratuities of the retired staff of the Aguta Sub-Treasury. Counsel to ICPC, Enosa Omogibo, told the court that the convict committed the offense between June 2009 and June 2011. When he diverted the entire 66.5 million naira released by the state government for payment of gratitude to retirees. The court held that the former treasurer was posted to Aguta Treasury Office within the period, and in defiance to the lawful directive issued to him by the then permanent secretary of the Ministry of Finance to pay gratitudes of retired civil servants under the Aguta Sub-Treasury, diverted the monies released to other purposes, thereby leaving the affected beneficiaries in want and penury. Justice Akabua, at the conclusion of the trial, found Eze-Onwuka guilty on all 3 counts and therefore sentenced him to 5 years imprisonment on counts 1 and 2 and 1 year imprisonment on count 3. The sentences will run concurrently, the court ruled. The Minister of Finance, Budget and National Planning, Zainab Ahmed, says the federal government is targeting local borrowing in 2022 to fund subsidy payments. Ahmed, with an interview with Newsmen, said the government will use $2.2 billion of a fund raised via Eurobond to cater to petrol under recovery loss. Ahmed, however, said Nigeria would not tap the Eurobond market this year. Rising oil prices have put us in a very precarious position, because we import refined products and it means that our subsidy cost is increasing, she said. She said the government was working with lawmakers to boost revenues and that the rise in oil prices means that borrowing will increase more than planned. Russia's invasion of Ukraine sent oil prices higher and injected even more uncertainty into an already off-balance worldwide economy. For Nigeria, high oil prices means high subsidy payments for the government to sell petrol below the international market rate. The country depends almost entirely on imports to meet its domestic gasoline needs. Even though it is a crude oil exporter, it is also facing shortages after recently importing off-spec petrol.